Hello everyone, my name is Wesley Thompson and this is a supplement video to the spending and budgeting sections in Module 2 in the Personal Finance 101 class. So the first thing that I have on here is going to be an infographic that I have for the spending and budgeting. So the first part of this is going to be talking about gross income versus net income. And as you can see here, one of the most common budgeting mistakes is using your gross income instead of your net income as a starting point for your earnings. It can throw you off of your budget because it gives you the wrong impression that you have access to more money than you actually do. So here's an image of what you think is your gross income, or guess what is your gross income, and then here's an image of what your actual net income is in relation to that gross income. So some of the payroll deductions that you should keep in mind are federal and Social Security taxes, Medicare, state taxes, garnishments if you have them, and child support. Some of the voluntary deductions that can come off of your paycheck are health insurance, life insurance, any 401k plans, union dues, or stock purchase plans. And instead of calculating your pay based off of your wages or your gross income, there are 3 ways to calculate your take-home pay. The first one is to read your paycheck. Your payroll deductions should all be listed on your paycheck, along with your net pay. Sometimes a code may be used instead of the full description, and you'll need to contact your employer to see what those codes stand for. The second way is to use an online calculator. There are a lot of take-home pay calculators that you can access for free. Even though they provide general estimates, using them will help increase the accuracy of your budget instead of using a regular calculator and using your own math. The third way is to check your bracket. If your work hours aren't steady week to week, tax bracket tables are a helpful tool in anticipating what your tax rate will be, and you can check to see which range your taxable income falls within. So on the right side here, a couple of personal budget must-haves. An emergency fund. Prepare for the unexpected. An emergency fund should be easy to access in the event of unemployment, illness, or a critical home or car repair. Start your fund by setting a $1,000 goal, then build your fund until it covers 3 to 6 months of living expenses. And then a savings goal is another must-have for your budget. Make savings a priority instead of a place to park leftover cash. Alright, in the next section of this supplement, we have 5 sneaky expenses to keep on your radar. The first one is going to be mail-based subscriptions. Subscriptions that get delivered to your door that tend to renew annually. These can include magazines, personal shopping services, and gift of the month clubs. And it's sneaky because it's a new trend that many people aren't used to including in their budget. With everything from designer shoes to pet toys available for monthly delivery, it can be difficult to categorize subscription expenses. And you can budget for it by figuring out when the renewal date and divide that cost of the annual subscription by the number of months and include that in your monthly budget. The second thing you'll need to watch out for, the other item that can sneak up on your budget is digital subscriptions. And this can include digital subscriptions such as media services like Netflix and Spotify, ebook access like Kindle Unlimited, and tutorial sites online like lynda.com. Another example would be Khan Academy. And it's sneaky because digital subscriptions are convenient, and in many cases it's more affordable than purchasing textbooks, movies, and renting movies. That said, the total cost can add up pretty quickly. And there's a savings tip included here, and it says public libraries have been upping their game. Many offer free access to ebooks, digital magazines, and professional resources. And here are a couple of ways that you can budget for it. They're very flexible. I know Spotify and Netflix, you don't have to commit to anything. If you want to cancel it, you cancel it right then and there. And if you need to free up an extra $30, it might be easier to hit pause on a couple of entertainment-related subscriptions than to squeeze that money out of another category. Alright, so the third item that can sneak up in your budget is gifts, and these would be special occasion purchases for your family and friends. These include presents and gift certificates, greeting cards, and postage. And it's sneaky because they're simple enough to budget for, but occasions come up that you aren't accounting for, like your friend getting married, other family weddings, and perhaps baby showers as well. A savings tip is to DIY a lot of the gifts that you have. Shop in advance, shop when there are sales. And another way that you can budget for it is to set a set amount for birthdays and Christmas. My wife and I, we personally budget about $25 for friends and family's birthdays and about $50 for friends and family's Christmases. And it seems to work out really well. Alright, so the fourth item that can sneak up on you are non-prescription health items. So these are things that you pick up at the drugstore, such as vitamins and supplements, cough and cold medicine, eye drops, and allergy relief. This hits us hard during the allergy season. I know right now it's something that we aren't budgeting, but we pay every month. So it's tricky to categorize since it's not exactly healthcare, not exactly toiletries, and not exactly a frivolous expense. And the savings tip, just like the last savings tip, says find coupons, essentially. And how to budget for it is essentially come up with your own category. You can call it whatever you want. And essentially, you want to set aside the money each month and contributing a little extra for ones you're not expecting. And the last item on this list that can sneak up on your budget are crowdfunding. So this could be campaigns, projects, and products that you contribute to online, like Kickstarter, companies, or Indiegogo projects that you would like to contribute to. It's very new, and depending on the type of project you're contributing to, it can feel more like a charitable action than a pre-order for a new product. And how to budget for it, I think this is one of the ones that are more in your control. It's definitely voluntary. I feel like the last item with the non-prescription items, I have to have my allergy pills. I got to, otherwise I can't function. But this crowdfunding, I think, is a pretty easy thing to forego. So honestly, I don't know why it's on it. But thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.